Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Keeping Up with Kia P. I am your girl, Kia P, aka Kia the Crafter. Hey, look out guys, look what we're doing today. Again, my favorite, another resin purse. Yes, just trying to get my inventory together for a pop-up shop or picnic where I'm gonna be a vendor there. So why not share with you guys what's going to be there and what we are doing. They'll also be available on my store, so I will leave the link in the description box below. So today, what we are going to do is we're going to do some crushed glass, gold crushed glass in the purse, and then we're going to be using my favorite, America's Best epoxy resin. Yes, the premium. The other one I got, I did not like, so I got my premium. I'm super excited about that. So let's go ahead and get started. But before we get started, make sure that you hit subscribe, like the video if you like what I am sharing with you guys. I need your likes, I need your likes, I need your subscriptions, I need your subscriptions. Please help a sister out. Trying to boost this channel up, and you guys have been tremendous. Yes, I appreciate every last one of you guys, and we're going to be doing a live coming soon. I promise you. Please stick with me, and we are coming with a live, which would include some giveaways. Yes, honey, some giveaways, free merchandise, free products. Yes, going out to you, my subscribers and my watchers. So remember, hit like, subscribe, and the notification bell so that you can be linked up when we do new videos and our lives, and when that giveaway is going to happen. All right. All right, so let's get started. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure I have enough juice in my phone so that we do not lose service, so hold tight. Okay, we back. So I'm sure there's several ways that you can do this, but I'm going to do it the way that I want to do it. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the crushed glass all on the surface of the mold. This I want to be super pretty. I'm gonna spread it out because I don't want it to have any where it is sticking out on the top part, but I do want it to have some good coverage. So I just want to make sure that everything is kind of, and I'm sure once I pour the resin, it's going to possibly move. Hopefully not. Hopefully it'll stay. I'm just hoping I have enough and I don't have to run and get any more. I got this from Michael's. I had it a while back and I did a couple of projects with it, and when I saw it I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a purse. I'm gonna do a purse with it. Okay, and I want to make sure I have enough for this one, so we gonna start sprinkling it on the second part and spreading it out. Be careful because this is crushed glass, and I'm hoping I have enough, because what I think I'm going to do is pour along the edges, maybe with a gold, and then pour across the top with a silk, with a clear glitter, maybe gold foil, just to kind of give it that extra pop. But y'all see that? And then when that resin magnifies whatever it's on top of, it seems. So whatever you pour it on top of, it magnifies it. So I have enough left, and I'm gonna try to go around the edges and just put a little bit around the edges. I know it's gonna fall down in there anyway, but like I said, I can Put some gold and glitter. I mean some, yeah, gold around the edges, and then come back with the I'm gonna use all of it. So like I said, I'm just filling up, putting some along the edges, trying to stay out these little rectangle crevices. Just so that it just be enough. Okay, that's all of that. And I think this is gonna come out real pretty. Okay, there she go. And I'm just, you know, laying it down so that when I pour it, it's nothing sticking out that's gonna cut the customer or, you know, make it uncomfortable. And I'm just, again, flattening it. Making sure it's nice and even. Like right there, it didn't, that edge needed a little bit more pushing and coverage. This one do too. So we just kind of leveling it out, making sure that the base, at least this part, is kind of solid. That's gonna be pretty. I got a little piece there. I want every piece that I can have. All right, so we got that. See that? It's looking pretty. All right, so let's mix up some resin. We need about, normally when there's nothing on this, you need about 7 ounces. Being that it's glass in here, that's gonna take up space. So we're gonna start with maybe 6 ounces. So we'll do 3 ounces of the part A. And then 3 ounces of the part B, because it's 1-to-1 ratio. It's an A and B mix. I'm pouring my A. And normally I would have this mixed up already, but I wanted to make sure I didn't waste time with spreading the glass, so I waited to pour it. Okay, that's 3 ounces of the A. America's Best. And I have the gallon kit. Super, really good. You get a lot for your money. It's a good resin. Oh, that's a little over 3. That's like 3.5. So we'll do 3.5. 3.5 is 7. We'll do 7. Pull it up to the 7, and that'll give us 7 ounces. Which on my top. Come out of there. I didn't mean for that to happen. Oh, come on. Got to be more careful. Got to be more careful. Something like that. Wipe this top off. It failed in like mixture by mistake, so we just want to make sure that we're not contaminating nothing. Just want to clean that off real quick. And I try to keep my bottles and stuff as clean as I can, but y'all know how that can be. All right, so we're gonna mix this up. And we got a total of 7 ounces. And we're gonna mix this for 5 minutes. And I have a little silicone mixing cup here. I'm just that hurt. I scratched myself or something. I had another one, but it cracked all the way up from being used. So I had this one on spare. You can get these at Michael's too. It's an 8-ounce silicone baking cup, but it works real good for mixing resin. They have a bigger one. That's, make sure I hurt myself. Okay. They have a bigger one, and I'm gonna purchase that probably tomorrow. Cause I said I wanted to give it. I used the big measuring cups for my bigger pours from the Dollar Tree. They work just as good. The plastic ones. Make sure you get the plastic. And I'm just mixing this up. So it's nice and clear. And like I said, I like this resin better than the other one that they have. So make sure you get the premium. The other one is thicker and it has a lot of bubbles. It's just, it bubbles more than this one to me. And the consistency is a lot thicker. I'm just using a baby wipe to clean my gloves because I want to keep everything as clean as possible with my new cup. And I'm still mixing a little bit. Just want to make sure we get a good mixture going. But yeah, the other one is real thick to me. The consistency, I didn't like it. It had more bubbles. But this one, I just like, oh, I'm going back to my original. And that's clear. Okay. So, what I wanted to do was add the gold around the edges. So I'm gonna take some of this out and put it in my mixer here, a little small one. And I'm gonna just take maybe just a little bit. If I need more, I'll make more, but I don't want it like super gold. I just want it to have a hint. And I don't have too much of this left. But this is a color pour resin alcohol ink. And so I'm gonna use this to make my gold. Put a couple drops in it. And then I'm gonna get a popsicle sticks are the best because you can just throw them away. And this is more of a goldish gold, like gold. But if I stir it in here real good, it'll just kind of give me a hint. Just a hint of it, because it's more of a metallic-y type. So I just want to just a little bit, and this is gonna go just along the edges. I don't know if you can see that, but do I want to put glitter in this? Do I want to put glitter in it? No. Yes, I do. Yes, we do. But that's not the... no, I don't. I think I'm going to do some flakes instead, because that's more closer to our gold color. So we'll put a couple of these in there. If I can get them off my finger. And gold flakes be everywhere. Where's my tweezers? Just take a few out and put them in there. Just let them fall in there. When you stir it, they're gonna break up, so like this stuff goes everywhere. And once you get it down in there and stir it up in there, it breaks up pretty good. Okay, and then that's just gonna kind of look like it have the gold pieces, like the top part maybe. We won't know until the final product is done and complete and we pull it out, but we're gonna pray and hope for the best. Again, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Thank you for all that do subscribe and do watch. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys make my heart smile. Thank you so much for your support just by watching, liking, and subscribing. I appreciate it. So we're gonna pour. I'm gonna pour right in this corner, right along the corner, so it'll just fall down in there. And I'm kind of pouring to make that stream a little thin so that it'll just kind of fall down in there and not take so much of the glass that's sitting on top, even though it's gonna pull some of it because I'm watching it do it. And the sides are thin, so like I said, I pour it from high so that it'll just kind of go down in that side and I can control it a little bit. Okay, and it looks like it's filling up right around my edges. So I'm gonna tap that off there. And I have a skewer because I want to make sure that this side, I'm picking up stuff. Okay. Make sure this is getting down in this side right here. It seemed like it was being blocked, and I'm just kind of opening up the mold a little bit to get the resin down in there and then releasing it, not stretching it too far, but just kind of making sure that that's down in the sides pretty good. That makes sense. A little bit more, just a smidgen right here. Okay. Now, as you can see, we don't have a whole lot of this left, so we're gonna pour just a little bit more of this clear in there. A couple more of the gold. more flakes, of course. Tweezers. Again, this stuff, it's like it goes everywhere. It'd be like fall in there already. So just stick the tweezers down in there, and just to get it off the tweezers, it's ridiculous. But it's super pretty, so totally worth it to me. I'm just putting all this in here. We're mixing this up. This is for the second part. And again, once you get the mixing in there, the gold just kind of breaks up. Just trying to keep everything clean and neat. Alright, we're going around the edges. And what I've noticed that I can open this up and pour it down in there. Start high and pour. Nice little stream. Now once I before I pour the rest of it, the top part, the clear part, I'm gonna go down with my skewer and make sure that everything on the sides then went all the way through. Because remember, we had those pieces of glass, and some of them might not be letting the resin get all the way down, and that will make the mold or the purse not come out complete. So we want to make sure that those pieces, that the resin is getting all the way to the bottom. That looked like that was the perfect amount. I might have to, yeah, that looked like that might have been a perfect amount. So I got my skewer, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna move some stuff around, down up in there, making sure that everything got resin. Because when you're doing pours with extra materials, even with like seashells, stuff like that, you want to make sure that the resin is getting all the way down into the mold. And not only that, you're working up like bubbles and stuff like that as well. So I'm just taking my skewer and rubbing it to get everything down up in here, so that it's actually in the mold. Because you can be thinking it's pretty and pull it and yeah, you got problems. And we don't want to waste these pretty gold rocks, glass pieces. We don't want to waste them or this resin, because you know it's cost regardless if it's at, you know, a decent price. It's still a cost to you. So now by doing that, I can see I need more on that side. So I'm coming back over here, and I'm running my skewer all the way down, making sure that the resin, before I pour the rest of it on here, just making sure everything is all the way at the bottom, that the resin is down there. Just want to make sure that in your corners, make sure your corners is good. And then you might find that it wasn't as full as you thought, and that's okay, but you got the gold down in there, and so that's the main part. We'll make sure these corners is good and flush over here. Pour right on top. I want to pick up material though. Okay. Come on. All right. Looks good. Now, what I think I'm gonna do, we're just gonna pour the rest, and I'm gonna start just pouring right on top. Okay. Like this resin is so much better. I probably shouldn't say that, but it is. I didn't want to put nothing on this one. I just wanted to be clear and let the glass do its magic all by itself. It's gonna give it a nice weight to it. So yeah, the piece I did with it before, the glass gave it a nice weight. And I might have to do a little bit more for another pour real quick, because I want to make sure that it's covered good. And this one, this one is pretty good. It's sparkling, it's looking nice. However, what I need to do is I need to take just a little bit off of here and put it over here. Just a little bit. I don't want to because I don't want it, it's almost at an overpour. And this will be the first time, and that was only like 7 ounces, so, and I knew that it probably would be, because again, with the glass, I wouldn't need that as much, but yeah, so that's pretty much it so far. And I am just cleaning up. Like again, I said this one is full, so I don't need to put anything else in it. I'm actually taking some of it as I clean it, pulling some of it out as I clean it up along the edges. And then it's gonna thin, so that's why I'm pulling some of it out, because resin thins as it hardens, and I don't want to come back and I got a complete over pour, and then that just make my cleanup rough. But so far so good. We're gonna pour a couple more ounces, and then we're gonna do another project. But she looking good. I just need a little bit more to fill her, but she is perfect. So stay tuned, okay? Okay, we got her poured. Everything is good. Right now I'm going through, I'm torching as many of the bubbles as I can, and I'm keeping my torch moving. I'm not staying in one spot. Keeping it moving back and forth so that I don't burn anything. But in looking at it from an angle to make sure that I'm not missing no areas, but you're gonna keep an eye on it for at least the first 20 to 30 minutes to an hour, to make sure that don't no bubbles surface up and it goes unnoticed. And that is it for the first part. We'll come back with the second part when she is completely solid, and move on from there. If you like what you're seeing so far, hit like and subscribe to the channel so that you can get notifications when we do new videos, new updates. I'm just turning her around because I know that my table is like, and I'm just taking out some excess because I don't want it to have an overpour. So I'm just taking some out. Just taking my wipe and wiping it, keeping the edges clean. And if that means I have to take like a nudge of it out, I'll take some out like that. And then it'll fill back in on its own. But when you torch it, it thins it out because it's getting cured with the heat of just a little bit. So that's why you want to make sure. But because I had the glass in here, I wanted to make sure that I had a full, complete pour. And so there you have it, okay? So we're going to come back when all of this is good and finish her up. Stay tuned. She's going to be pretty. So stay tuned. We'll give you the finished product momentarily. Okay, guys, and we are back with my gold clutch. We're going to get ready to decorate her. She is super pretty. I'm going to do one side on camera, and then I'm going to come back and show you the finished product. For this one, what I'm going to use to decorate is some gold metal like trim that I got from a bead store. And they sell appliques and trim. And I was like, you know what? This will be real pretty to trim a purse with or a tray with, and so we're gonna use it to trim our purse up. And you can get this by the yard, but I have to get their website to post it on my store. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start from the bottom. This one I'm gonna trim all the way around. I'm gonna start from the bottom with my E6000, and I'm gonna just lay it down. So yeah, I'm gonna start maybe like from the side. And again, I'm gonna put a small bead. It's like a line right in the middle. I'm gonna come on around this side. Now for this, I'm gonna use a thicker bead of line around it because it's metal, it's wider, and I just want to make sure that it sticks. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just lay it right along that bead, making sure it is nice and straight as possible. And I'm gonna come and I'm gonna lay it right along this side and smooth it down so that it's nice and smooth and even. I'm not gonna set it down. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna come across the top and it's sliding. So again, you're gonna make sure you got enough product, and I'm gonna come around, put a nice bead. I probably just need to go around the whole bag. And I'm not sure if I might need to put a bead of hot glue just to kind of hold it. Fudge, I'm gonna need you to get somewhere. And what I'm doing is holding one end and pulling on the other. Come around. I'll put it here, and I'm going to hold this, and I'm gonna pull. And I'm thinking I'm probably gonna need to hot glue it here and there just to kind of keep it in place. So I'm gonna come back, and that's what I'm gonna do, because this is not working. But trial and error. This is my first time using this trim. So, and as I'm pulling, it's coming. See, I don't want it lining up directly with the gold frame. I wanted some space in between it. So let me turn it back around. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to add some hot glue just so that it will stay and stick, because this, yeah. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on the material so that when I lay it and press, it'll stay, while the E6000 have a chance to dry, because it's sliding all over the place. It's sliding, but as a crafter, we know what to do, right? And then that way I can set it. See, it just slid all the way down. But now I have to clean up that E6000. Make sure it's nice and straight. That's why you don't want to put too much hot glue, because you want to make sure you can move it and maneuver it. So, and then what I want to do is come with maybe some alcohol, because I don't want to use acetone. Where's my alcohol? And I'm just going to use my fingernail to get off that excess glue from it sliding. Keep it nice and clean and crisp. Perfect. Making sure we keep this band straight. Okay, good on that side. Now we're gonna give it a dab of hot glue just to keep it in place. And it's hot. And that way the E6000 will have time to mold. And I need to open it up because it gives me a little bit more control. Oh, a little bit more control over it. I'll come here and we're going to cut it right there. So okay, nice and straight. Just cleaning up and making sure that it's every chain link, everything is nice and straight. That looks good. Okay, and that's one side. We're gonna do the other. Nice and simple but cute, right? Nice little added touch. Nice little added touch. Okay, we're gonna do the other side and I'll come back and show you the finished product.